Hello, I'm Clive Gibson. I'm a Microsoft Innovative Educational Expert and Microsoft Trainer. This video will take you through one of my lesson plans for teaching with OneNote. Although this is a GCSE physics lesson, the approach is transposable to any subject. I hope you enjoy. This is the first page my students see when they go to my OneNote book. Each image links to the relevant section of the content library. So if I click on physics, it'll take me to the physics section of the content library, show me all the lessons. So here we see these are all the lessons. So there are two ways to distribute this to the students' books. The first way is from the desktop version, I could use the class notebook add-in, and I could actually push this to the students I want. I can either push it to the entire class or individual students. Or the way that I prefer is the students take it themselves and copy the entire page and paste it into their own notebooks. This gives me time to tell them what's coming up in the lesson and what I'm expecting of them. So as always, I have the learning objectives first, which are tied into the syllabus, so they can see exactly what they're going to be learning and what's expected of them. Then I like to start with a quick quiz, just looking at prior knowledge. Now you'll see here I've got a tag, and I've set up the tags so that it highlights red for anything that they have to do that is mandatory. So once they've completed this task, all they do is click to show that they've completed the task. I can then search later to see which tasks they've completed and which ones they haven't completed. So students are going to use their prior knowledge, or they could actually use the internet, or they could talk to each other to try a quick quiz, and I can see in real time as they're answering their questions. So the brilliant thing about OneNote is that I can actually see what they're doing when they're doing it, and I don't have to be with their book at the time. I've made the first section of this lesson using the online version. Now the brilliant thing about the online version is if you paste in a link for YouTube, or a Microsoft form or an Office mix, it will actually show you a live version. So if I was to put an Office form in, then they can actually answer the form there and then without actually having to load it up. Now with YouTube, if I'm viewing it in the online version, it holds a live view. So I can start.
Hello and welcome to 90 East. In this video we're going to do it.
And I can pause at the relevant point and I can go to a different video. And I can pause that one, and it holds all the videos in the live position. So this won't skip back to the beginning, so I can actually now link between videos and use them whenever I want. If I go to another page and come back, then it will still be holding in the same position. That's the beautiful thing about the online version with YouTube. Now I'm going to look at the desktop version to show you some other tools. So this is the desktop version. Now the beauty about the desktop version is that you don't have to download any PowerPoints or Excel files. It's all there ready to open. So students have the chance to watch the videos if they want. They also have a PowerPoint here, which they can just straight away open. They don't need to download. And this takes them through some things that they might want to know. So students have a choice. They can use the videos that I provide, they can use me as a resource, they can use each other and work collaboratively, they can use the internet, they can use the PowerPoint, they can use any or all of those to actually find the knowledge that they need. Now I've put in here as a quick starter just an embedded spreadsheet, and when they open that they just need to answer if they're scalars or vectors. So they can get instant feedback. So the first one's correct. Now if they think weight is a scalar, which is incorrect, it tells them automatically. So I can now correct their knowledge without them having to wait for everybody to be in the same position. And then all they have to do is hit save, and it will save their work. Obviously I don't want to save it at the moment. So here we have another tag for them to click once they've done, so they can write scalar or vector in each of these, which they should be able to do from the prior knowledge from the previous worksheet. And they'll go through and they'll complete the worksheet, normal questions, clicking that they've completed each one so I can have an eye on how far they're getting on and how quickly. And then I give optional worksheets. So this is going above and beyond if students want to push themselves. So they've got some more difficult questions that they can do, and at the very end, as an optional extra, they can create a video or a presentation document to teach others what they've learnt. So this gives me a really good way of assessing their knowledge. So some of the benefits of using this as a lesson is that students take control of their own learning, and I found that most students, if not all, are more focused and achieve much more in a single lesson. Also, if a student misses a lesson, they can catch up, and feedback can be given in the lesson or at any time, not just when homework is handed in. Remember, you don't have to have the book in your hand, you can do it from anywhere that you have access to the internet. If you have any questions or want to know how I did something like the Excel file, then please just contact me on Twitter at Clive_Gibson. Thank you very much for your time.